Okay, so today we are talking about, hi Sandra, about thought form entities, clearing those, and Lisa Thomas has agreed to volunteer, so I'll be working with her. Hi Dave. Okay, so I am going to bring her on. Let me see if I can do that. Hello. Yes, I can hear you. Ah, yeah.
You can?
You there? Yes.
Okay, so maybe my office won't work. I might have to be in my living room.
That's it.
Okay. I'll have to switch out here. Hello, everybody.
Hi
I
guys,
guess
this
this
is
is my choice
Lisa,
to be.
and she is a body code practitioner. And thank you for volunteering, Lisa.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so she's been practicing energy healing for around 4 years, I think you said, right? Yeah. And she's been using the Easy Entity Release app for around 6 weeks. Oh, thank you, Katie, for the feedback. Okay, can you hear me, Lisa?
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. You never know. Okay, so welcome everybody. Today our topic is thought form entities. So we'll be talking about what that is, how they are created, how we clear those. I will be clearing some for Lisa, how would go about identifying them, and so on and so forth, and any questions you guys have. Okay, so a thought form entity is created when a negative a negative thought, a really, really strong negative thought, something that we think about over and over again, is combined with a strong negative emotion. So when we have these two things, like we have this repetitive thought that we can't stop thinking about, and it's coupled with a strong emotion, this creates what we call a thought form entity. So the entity part of it, it's not something that's external to us, kind of attacking us or infringing on us. It's actually us creating it. So yeah, so we create these, and they create these like negative feedback loops. And it can create like addictive thinking, addictive thoughts, where it just really consumes us. So I'm sure we can all identify with those, right? Okay, so I just took some notes here. So let me just see. Okay, so most of the time you guys are familiar with the aspects of consciousness, the different aspects. So most of the time it's our lower self aspect of consciousness that creates these. So we'll definitely be checking in. I'll be muscle testing, tuning into Lisa, and we'll probably be working with her lower self aspect. So we'll be identifying these thought form entities, clearing any underlying causes, probably using the trauma energy chart also, and anything else that comes up. Okay, I'll just see if anyone has questions. No. Anything you would like to add, Lisa, before we start? No?
I'm just excited to
Okay, great. And
be part of it.
you volunteered. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we're just gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna do a shielding. We're gonna set you up for this session. Okay, so let me just ask 1 second. Okay, so we're placing Lisa in a container for healing. It can be a love container for healing. And this is in 12th dimensional consciousness. So we're placing Lisa on her source seat, which is, she is in control of her own. She is like driving the bus, is what I say. Okay, so we're just creating that space for this healing to take place for Lisa. Okay, and we are creating a container for healing for everybody in the group that's watching right now, or everybody that will watch in the replay. And we're placing all the people that are watching and anyone on the replay also on their source seats in 12th dimensional consciousness for their highest and best. And also myself included in this second container. Okay, so we are going to shield, an inner shield. And the way I do this is to imagine a violet flame or an ultraviolet light that gets lit within your heart. And just imagine this light, this flame, completely filling your heart, and that overflows and spreads like a wave throughout your whole body, physical body, moving upwards into the chest, down your arms, up into the neck, into the head, and then down into the digestive system, the stomach, hips, pelvis, down into the legs, through the legs, into the feet. And then this violet flame or ultraviolet light can move down into the earth, imagining like tree roots, connecting us to Gaia, to Mother Earth. And also this ultraviolet flame, this light comes out through our crown chakra, connecting us to 12th dimensional consciousness, to source consciousness. And then we're going to imagine this light illuminates, let's see, 6, 7, 8 feet in front of us. So imagining that coming out of your physical body, covering all your energy bodies with this light, and this is your shield. So coming out in front of you, behind you, 8 feet, and to each side of you. And then all of these walls of light, ultraviolet flame light, connecting up with each other. Okay, and this is our protection. Okay, so with a smile on our faces, we always want to shield being happy and smiling rather than from fear. Okay. Okay, so from this point, from this place, I've actually never worked with Lisa before. This is my first time meeting her. So I would, if you're using the EER app, then you have the protocol to clear for others. I would definitely be using that when you're clearing for people, especially if you haven't worked with them before. So I have a video on how to do that, one of the beginning, maybe the first video on YouTube of how to do that. So I'm just going to do an abbreviated version right now. So basically, I want to know if I have any entanglements with Lisa. So let me just, one moment. So, okay, so we are connected to pure source consciousness, pure organic source consciousness. And my intention for this healing is one, for Lisa's super intelligence, for her genius consciousness to kick in. Two, that we are able to clear the highest and best for Lisa in our time together right now, and that will continue after we leave. And also for anybody watching, that they will receive the benefits, the same benefits that Lisa will experience if they need this. Okay, so we can ask if there's an aspect of Lisa's consciousness that wants to witness, even though I am tuned into source. And that's a higher self. So the higher self is the highest aspect of Lisa, which is good. So, okay, so I ask if I have any entanglements with Lisa that I need to clear right now, and that's a no. And then I would ask if there's anything I need to clear from myself that would impinge on this healing for Lisa. And that's a no. Okay, so this might be something, or would be something you'd want to ask before you're actually on with the person, so you could clear that before you got on with them. Okay, so I just tune in with myself. Is there anything else I need to know before we start? Anything I'm missing? No. Okay, so let me see. I'm just going to check my notes. Okay, so like I mentioned, the lower self. Are you okay, Lisa?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the lower self, we're going to, so just a little recap. Your aspects of consciousness are all the parts of your unconscious. So I like to be able to give them all a voice. I feel like you can get a much, much, much deeper healing. The more I use these, the more I really see how true that is. So we're going to tune into Lisa's lower self-consciousness and get a scale from 0 to 10 of how happy that is, with 10 being completely happy. So it's 2 out of 10. Okay, so this is will be working. So we're working on bringing that up to a 10. So I already know that Lisa has thought form entities that we're going to clear. And like I said, we'll be using the trauma energy chart. Yeah, and just see how we go and go from there. And Lisa, if you, I'll be asking what some of these ages are from. Obviously, if you want to say something about anything that comes up, please feel free. If you don't, then that's fine too. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in. Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. Hi, Alice. Sorry. Okay, so Lisa's lower self aspect of consciousness is a 2. So just ask if there's an energy or belief that we can clear, that will bring that up to a 10. Okay, so something like a thought form entity is a very dense energy. So that is compared to a trapped emotion. So that is more than likely going to come up first. Um, as the session is focused on that, I know we kind of all know that that's going to come up for Lisa. So we are going to start there with these thought form entities. Okay, so we can ask what age these are from. So let me just, so if we just cleared, if we just cleared, it wouldn't be good enough to just clear the thought or the emotion. Like it's thought form entity is the thought and the strong emotion, like coupled, tied together. So you may come across that thought separately and you may come across that emotion separately, but you have to really get to the root and to stop this obsessive kind of maybe compulsive addictive thinking. You have to clear that as like one unit. So that's what we're doing here. So let's see what age this is from. Okay, so it's from around age 10, 11, and we can ask if this is yours, and it is. Okay, so then, so if you're using the app, this is the ER app, this is number 3 in the types. Okay, I would ask if there's an underlying cause, especially if you haven't cleared this before, and that's a yes. Okay, and then we can ask, what do we need to clear that? What's the underlying cause? We can ask if it's a regular belief. No, we can ask if it's an emotional energy. Okay, so I can already tell it's stress. Is it stress from now? No. Okay, so we're just going to cleanse, clear, release. So it's stress from age 10, 11. Yeah, so cleanse, clear, and release any stress from this age, 10 and 11 for Lisa. And this cleanse, clears, releases now for her. Okay, and it's also important when we're working with childhood, things from childhood that we check in on to make sure it's safe. So we can ask that, is it safe? And that's a yes. So we can ask if it's safe from that age 10 and 11, and that's a yes. And we can also ask, is it safe for Lisa right now? Because obviously Lisa's hearing all this, and it's possible that she could be triggered, right? But it's safe, so we'll just keep checking on that periodically. So I'm going to pull, I have the trauma energy chart open on my laptop. So, okay, something in row 1, row 2, row 3, and it's column A. 3. Okay, so it's persecution, so that's probably self-persecution, kind of like self-hatred. Really beating yourself up pretty bad. And this is from 10 and 11. Okay, so do we need to know more about this? And we don't, and this is yours. Okay, so we're going to cleanse, clear, release this self-persecution, these emotional energies for Lisa from around age 10 and 11. And this cleanse, clears, releases now for her. Okay, and it's cleared, and that's a yes. Just gonna put these on so I can read. Hi Cecile, nice to see you, first time. Okay, so did that clear? Is there any more of this? And then we're gonna ask if it's safe, and that's no. Okay, so that's from this age, no, and this is from now. Okay, so Lisa is not feeling safe, an aspect of her consciousness, so we're going to clear that and stress. So we cleanse, clear, release all the emotional energies of feeling unsafe, maybe being unsafe, that are coming up right now, and any emotional energies of stress for Lisa. Okay, and it's cleared. Are you okay, Lisa?
Mhm.
Good. So just checking in with our clients all the time. Okay, so is there another underlying cause for this thought form? And that's a yes. And it's a belief. Okay, so I like to use the 1,000 positive and negative beliefs. So we're going to do that. Is that in root chakra, second, third, fourth, fifth? Okay, sixth chakra. You can ask if this is Lisa's belief, and this is yes. Is it row 1, 2, 3? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's I'm ashamed, something around being ashamed, feeling ashamed, around age 10 and 11, and I can ask if this is yours, and it is. And you also share this with a female. Okay, so do we need to know any more? And we don't. Is it safe to clear? Yeah, so we can ask how many times this is imprinted, because oftentimes we have a negative belief and we don't just feel I don't love myself once, right, in our whole lives. No, we sit there and what do? We think about it over and over again, and we kind of get emotional about it. Okay, so we can ask how many times this is imprinted for Lisa. So it's around 10. Okay, so we're going to clear this for her. So if you use a magnet, use a magnet. If you swipe, you can swipe with your hands. You can tap your thymus. You can use intention, which I do. So we are cleanse, clearing, releasing this negative belief for Lisa that she is ashamed. Anything that relates to shame. Okay, and if there are any trapped emotions of shame from this age, emotional energies, we are cleanse, clearing, and releasing those now for her. And then I'm just going to check to see if it's safe, and it is. Okay, and then we just check in, did this clear? And that's a yes. Okay, so that was for her, and now we're going to check to see there's a negative belief that Lisa shares with a female. Did that imprint more than once? And that's a no. Okay, so we're also going to cleanse, clear, and release. Okay, so I'm being told I need to swipe, so I'm going to swipe. That doesn't happen very often. So I'm going to cleanse, clear, release this shared belief for Lisa. I am ashamed. I'm just going to let this go, the energy of this go. For Lisa. Okay. You okay?
I feel like this has to do with, a transition from moving with my dad. My stepmom really helped me a lot with homework, and it didn't come easy for me. And I constantly fought her as she was trying to help me. And I feel like that's what that has to do with. It's my stepmother trying to help me through school, and she wasn't really in a position to help me herself. And so together we were kind of always butting heads about trying to do the best we could.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
That's what I think that's about, but I don't know.
Yeah, so any energies that have just come up, we can just clear those for Lisa right now. So that's a release. So if you're with a client and they share something like that, that's a major transitional moment, right? A lot of light essence can flood into Lisa's body right now, especially after we've done that clearing. And then her conscious mind has that thought, and this is when we can have some really great breakthroughs. Okay, so is there, we finished with the beliefs, and that's a yes. So is it safe? Yes. Do we need to clear stress? No. Is there another underlying cause for this thought form entity? And that's a no. Okay, so if you're, like I said, if you're using the app, it's number 3 in the types. You could just go to the release phrase. I'm just going to clear this in my little quick way. Okay, so again, this is something that we are creating for ourselves. When a strong negative thoughts coupled with strong negative emotions, and that creates this thought form. entity. So this is clearing. Okay, and that cleared, and that's a yes. Okay, so do we need to wait? And we don't. So is there another thought form entity? And that's a yes. Okay, and why these are, I don't want to say they're damaging, but I mean, we all know that we hear this all the time, right? That we create our own reality, that our thoughts create our own reality. So basically, these thought form entities, we are projecting them out into the world, into the quantum field, into this holographic, it's like a holographic mirror. And so we all pick those up from each other, right? So then that would be like a mass mind thought form. So right now there's a lot of those around fear, anger, with everything that's going on in the world, right? So, and then it also comes back to us, because what we believe, what we see, what we're projecting comes back and then is again reflected and shone back to us, if that makes sense. So this is really awesome.
I'm guilty of being an overthinker for sure. So
I know, right? Me too, yeah. But it's like it kind of comes back to us, right? It's like one of those balls on the string that you it goes out there, or a boomerang. It just comes straight back to us. Okay, so there is another one, and this is from age 12, 13. Okay, does it relate to the same thing? And that's the same event that Lisa spoke of, and that's a no. And is this hers? Yeah. Does she share it? No. Okay, is there an underlying cause? And that's a yes. Is it safe? Yes. Okay, so can we use the trauma energy chart? That's a yes. Okay, so column C, row 1, row 2, row 3, and it's fear. Okay, and this is Lisa's fear. Yes, and it's shared with a male. Okay, so we're just going to clear this. Do we need to swipe? And we do. Okay, so I'm listening to this. When I hear that, cleanse, clear, release. All the trapped emotions, emotional energies of fear that are Lisa's from this age, and any that she shares with this male. Do you use a magnet, Lisa, when you clear, or do you swipe, or how do you clear?
I have both, and I have this magnetic bracelet that I see.
Awesome.
Take with me.
Yeah. So how do you tell us how you would clear with that? Just have it
on. So you can either, like, over the governing meridian behind my back, or if I reach my arm behind and my wrist can just be,
okay,
able to reach and access it. But other times I just use my fingertips unless I feel like it's strong, and then I maybe need some help.
Yeah, because I very rarely, I'm just wondering why I'm being asked to swipe. Okay, did we clear all this? We did. Okay. Another underlying cause for this thought form, and that's a yes, and it is a belief. Okay, so it's sixth chakra, which is the third eye. Row 3, which is emotions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's a week. Okay, so is this Lisa thinking she's weak, like emotionally weak? Don't know if that, around age 12 or 13. Okay, that's what's coming up. Does that resonate, Lisa? Maybe? No. It's okay, you don't have to say yes.
No, I mean, I've just kind of been through a lot of things, so certainly, second guessing and questioning things is pretty normal for me. Confidence is, or lack thereof.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does this resonate? So if a belief comes up and it doesn't resonate with a client, you can ask on a scale of 0 to 10. We can ask Lisa's higher self, is that resonating at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it doesn't resonate at all, really. Okay, so at this point, I would just tune in with myself. And so, yeah, so the answer I get is that it's not safe. so it gave me, so I was given a belief that doesn't exist because Lisa's trying to, you know, not avoid.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, our unconscious doesn't kind of want to go there. So we're just treading very carefully here. So we know it's not safe from age 12, 13. Okay, so we're going to cleanse, clear, release. Is what they're telling me. Any emotional energies of feeling unsafe or being unsafe for Lisa from these ages. Any stress that's associated with this. Okay. So was there really a belief that we need to clear? Yeah. Okay. And is it safe to do so? And it is safe to identify. Is it third eye chakra? Yes. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And 10 is the same. I feel ashamed. The same. Okay. Is this yours? Yes. Is it absorbed? No. And it's not shared. Okay. 12, 13. We can ask how many times this is imprinted. Is it more than once? No. Is it safe to clear this? Yes. Do I need to swipe? Yeah. Okay, so we cleanse, clear, and release this belief for Lisa. I'm ashamed, or anything around being ashamed or shamed. Any trapped emotions of shame. We're going to clear that are there. Emotional energies of shame for Lisa. I can see there's a heart wall. Okay, so when you start to develop your intuition, you'll just get senses or hits. You may see that, you may just feel that you should ask something. Yeah, it may just be a feeling, a knowing, a visual, it may be words. So I just saw a heart wall. So then I'm going to confirm that with muscle testing. So there's a heart wall for Lisa from age 12, 13 with trapped emotions of shame. And that's a yes. So then as we've kind of got a lot going, I would just ask if, should we clear this right now? And that's a yes. And is it safe to do that? And that's a yes. Okay, so we are cleanse and swiping, cleanse, clear, releasing all the emotional energies of, all the trapped, all the heart walls, this heart wall with trapped emotions of shame. For Lisa, this cleanse, clears, releases now for her. Okay, and that cleared, and is there another one? And that's a yes with shame, and that's a yes, and this is hers. Yeah. Is there any other trapped emotions in this heart wall? No. Is there more than one heart wall? No. Can I clear it now? Yeah. Okay, so we're clearing this heart wall and these trapped emotions of shame that are in this heart wall. And this cleanse, clears, releases now for Lisa. Okay, and I've cleared. You doing okay?
I am. I've tried to clear my heart wall, and it's interesting, like how you mentioned whether your subconscious wants to be honest or not.
Yeah.
Because I never get consistent answers. I've worked on myself. I've had others work on me. I've even had Josh Nelson work on me, and it'll come up and say it's clear, and then it's either back or there are things that have been hidden that are surfacing. So I don't know that I've ever been heart wall free.
Yeah.
Though I've released, like, I can't even tell you how many emotions supposedly from my heart wall.
Yeah, yeah. So I think working through the aspects of consciousness, there's the list in the app. On one of the beginning pages, just go through each aspect and make them happy on a scale of 0 to 10, find out what it is, and then work on bringing that up. And there's going to be a lot of hidden heart walls. That's a really good way to start to do that. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I should say about that? No. Okay. Hi Lisa. Nice to see you. Okay, so where were we? Beliefs. Are there any more beliefs? Okay, is there another underlying cause for the thought form entity? And that's a no. So this is age 12, 13. Okay, so can we clear this now? Do we need to swipe? Okay, so I'm going to just clear this. How I would clear this. Let's see. Uh-oh, there's a cat in here. Okay, and that is clear. And it did. Okay, is there another one? Okay, we're just waiting. I'm just going to wait. Let's see. Just waiting for that to clear. Okay, did that clear? And that's a yes. Okay, is there another one? And that's a yes. Can we know the age of this? And that's a yes. Excuse me. Under the age of 12, no. 13, 14, 15, 16. So 17, age 17, 18. Is this yours? And that's a yes. Is it absorbed, shared? No. Underlying cause, and that's a yes. Okay, is it safe to do this? No. So we are cleanse, clearing, releasing all the emotional energies of feeling unsafe, being unsafe for Lisa. And any stress that relates to this. This cleanse, cleanse, releases for her also. Thanks for the swipe. I'll swipe. Okay. Okay, and that cleared, and that's a yes. And okay, so it's safe. Okay, that's a yes. So this emotion is in row 1, row 2, row 3, column A, B, C. Okay, so it's panic, and is this yours? And that's a yes. And have you absorbed it, shared it? No. Okay, and this is age 17, 18, 19. Okay, so can we clear panic from age 17 to 19? And that's a yes. And is that safe? Yes. Okay, so we are cleansed, clear, releasing, swipe, trapped emotions, emotional energies of panic for Lisa from those ages.
I had a child at 17.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's, sorry, this is just me feeling this clear for you. So yeah, that's pretty intense. Sorry. So I'm feeling how that is in Lisa's body. It literally is kind of winding me. Okay. Okay, so knowing that, Lisa just told me that, I would just kind of go into that a little more to see if anything else is on the surface there that wants to clear from that age. So we can just ask that, and that's a yes. And is that a emotion? No, it's a belief. Okay. And is it in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chakra? Is it safe to go there? And that's a okay. And that's a no. Okay, so we're just going to clear safety from that age. Okay, cleanse, clear, and release all the emotional energies of feeling unsafe or being unsafe for Lisa. From 17 to 17, 18, 19, 20 to 21. Either feeling unsafe or being unsafe. And any excess stress from this age that I'm seeing also cleanse, clears, releases. You guys hear my cat? She wants in. Okay, so we do this, yeah. Okay, is it safe now? And that's still a no. Okay. So at this point, I would just ask myself, tune in. So my sense is that we should just leave this for now, and that's a yes. Okay, so if you clear safety and it's still not safe, maybe you would need to a different time in a different session focus directly on that, right? But that's something now that we know, and Lisa, you can work on that for yourself. Sorry, were you going to say something? No?
Yeah, so not only obviously the panic, as you mentioned, of having a child that young. When she was born, there were issues with her, and she had to stay in intensive care. And she was hooked to a machine for 8 weeks where she had apnea. So basically,
Yeah.
she would intermittently stop breathing, and this machine would buzz like as loud as a siren. Like if you heard an ambulance go by, that's how loud this thing would be.
Wow.
And being home with a child that stops breathing at 17 years old is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe we could, should I offer, maybe we could come on again and work with that if you would like. I'd like to help you with that. And with her, we could work both of you. We can work on both of you. Yeah, to work through that. Okay, so that would be beautiful. I'd love to do that for you and for her.
She's good now, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, how old?
Yeah.
How old is she?
25.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
I made it.
That's a long time ago.
Okay, you don't look old enough to have a child now. I'm serious. Okay, it's all that energy here.
Thank you.
Makes us look younger. Okay, so we are going to continue. So we're still at 17, and there's this thought form entity, and is there an underlying cause? And there's not, so we're just going to clear that. And that's safe to do. Do I need to know any more information? And that's a no. Okay, so do I need to swipe? Yes. This form entity for Lisa. Okay, and that cleared. That's a yes. It's going. We'll just keep jumping for a while it goes through. How's your intuition, Lisa? I know you mentioned that you'd like to work on that you're working on that, or that you would like to.
It just still seems like there's something in the way. I mean, without muscle testing, I don't really have any intuition to speak of that I'm aware of. I may have like little glimpses of something here and there, but it's definitely nothing consistent.
Okay. Yeah,
I've tried to work on it through the body code quite a bit, and I've really had no success. So I don't know if it's just I'm in my own way or not.
Actually, this just came to me. So, is there like an intuition consciousness? Yeah, there must be, right? Okay, so this is quite cool. So you could work on this. My nose is itching, sorry. You could work on this. Ah, so itchy. You could work on this, everybody. So people watching right now, on a scale of 0 to 10, you can check what your intuition consciousness is. So we'll check Lisa's. So 10 would be massive amounts of intuition, download. 0 would be it's not coming through. So Lisa's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yours like a 5. We could ask if, so Lisa's receiving downloads, and that's a yes, they're just not getting through, and that's a yes, right? So crown chakra, you could work on opening your crown, clearing from your crown chakra would be one thing, and then working on this intuition. 8 out of 10, Julie, yay! Intuition consciousness. to bring that up to a 10. I really love that. That's awesome. Okay.
Well, thank you for giving me a tip.
Oh, I thank my people for giving me a tip because I never had that before. Okay, so so that thought form cleared, and that's a yes. Dave is a 6. Everyone's checking in. That's great. With their scores. So is there another thought form? And that's a yes. Is there an underlying cause? And that's a no. Is this yours? No. So it's shared with a male. Is there more than one? No. Okay. Is there an underlying cause? No. So we're just going to clear this. So we're clearing the shared entity for Lisa. Okay. Just going to jump as that clears. Okay. Okay, is that cleared? No. Okay, I'm just going through. Hi, Lara. Nice to see you. Okay. Okay, and that cleared, and that's a yes. Okay, is there another one? No. Okay, so we can ask if you're processing, and that's yes, but you know, most people are kind of somewhat processing after their first release. So I don't usually stop until a client's reached 12th dimensional consciousness, which is source consciousness. So we can ask, is Lisa a 12th dimensional consciousness? And that's a no. So 10th. Okay, so we keep working. Okay, so I'm hearing that now we can go back to age 17 and clear some more from there. Yeah, so 17, 18, 19. Is that thought form? And that's a no. Is that a belief? No. Something in the trauma chart? Yes. Okay, second column A, B, C, row 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's more panic. Okay, and that's yours. And shared with a female. Okay, so this could be your daughter. Okay, is it safe to clear? And it is. Are you okay? Do we need to know more?
Like I don't know why.
Yeah.
Certain things are coming up in my brain, so I figure I should just say them.
Yeah.
My parents, obviously, there was a conflict of, you know, and my mother said, you've got yourself in the situation, you're going to move forward. And my dad was like, no, you're going to ruin your life and you're not moving forward. And I was very determined that I was moving forward. So there was a lot of conflict with going and facing my dad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like standing up to him because he was taking me to not have her.
Right, right. Wow. Okay, so just anything that Lisa's brought up right now, any emotions that are coming up, we're going to cleanse, clear, release these. Okay, so then I see a heart wall. And is that from that age? Okay, we gotta wait. Get ahead of myself. Okay. Okay, and there's a heart wall and it's Lisa's with panic. Okay, is it safe to clear that? And it is. And so when clients, also another great thing about when clients share like Lisa is, it makes it safe, right? When she's holding that in, it's the fight or flight response, and her body's saying, okay, it's not safe. But when she kind of relaxes in and she starts talking about it, her body's like, yeah, well, maybe that's not so bad, and that releases some of those feelings of being unsafe. Right, so that kind of loosens up the situation a little. Okay, so can we clear the heart walls first? Is there more than one from those ages? Yeah, with panic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can we clear those all at once? And that's a no. So we have to do these one at a time. That's really important that you honor that if that's what comes up. Okay, so we're clearing this heart wall for Lisa with trapped emotions of panic for age 17, 18, 19, 17, 18. And this clears releases for her now. Okay, and that cleared, and that's a yes. And then we just move on to the second one. Is it safe to clear this? Yes. Trapped emotions of panic. Any other trapped emotions in this? No. So we cleanse, clear, release this heart wall with trapped emotions of panic for Lisa. Okay, it's cleanse, clears, releases now. Okay, and that cleared, and that's a yes. Is it safe to do the third one? Can we do more than one? No. So we cleanse, clear, and release this third heart wall with trapped emotions of panic for Lisa from age 17, 18. Okay, and we did this. Is there another one? Okay, is it safe to clear this one? And that's a no. Do we need to wait? No. Can we clear feeling unsafe, being unsafe? Yeah, so we cleanse, clear, and release these energies of feeling unsafe, being unsafe for Lisa from those ages. Okay, so who's telling me that? Okay, so what I hear is that, okay, Lisa's had enough, basically, that those two are not ready to go. So we completely honor that. So if you're doing this for yourself and you didn't hear that and you didn't know, you would just try, and that would be a reason why it didn't clear, right? Because it wasn't safe. It just either wouldn't clear or it would come back. Basically, it doesn't really go anywhere. It's like the conditions are not right. Okay, so let me just see. Okay, so we just ask, is Lisa now at 12th dimensional consciousness? Yes. So Lisa, we are done clearing. So we know that you have these 2 more heart walls. We could ask how long you'll be clearing. It's like recalibrating, processing. Can we do it in hours? And that's yes, like 10 hours for the next 10 hours. And I will clear those for you later today, tomorrow probably. Okay. Okay, so what is
If I were to work on myself later and ask about the intuition consciousness, would I say something like underlying imbalances I can clear to release this intuition consciousness to a 10?
to bring your intuition consciousness to a 10? Any energies relates? Or is there an entity, anything from the EER app that I could clear, that will allow my intuition consciousness to raise? Is there an energy or belief that I have that is blocking my intuition consciousness from being a 10? Yeah.
I was writing notes.
Yeah, brilliant. I love it. Okay, so, and obviously the intuition consciousness, everybody else who's listening, watching can work on that for themselves. Okay, I'm going to fold in these timelines for you that we've cleared from. So we're folding in these old timelines. So a timeline is an energetic So we're all on a physical path, and that is also represented energetically on an energetic timeline. So we are going to fold those in for Lisa now that we've cleared them, so they're not floating around in the multiverse. And by doing that, that gives more power to this now conscious moment timeline. Okay, so we're folding in all timelines that no longer serve Lisa. And placing her on a new higher timeline. For her highest truth, good, spiritual purpose, power, potential in this now moment. And we can also infuse this timeline, imprint, put a new blueprint on this timeline. You can consciously do this yourself. It's good to place your hands on your heart and just infuse it with whatever you want to create right now. Definitely smiling, bringing joy and love to this new timeline. And Lisa, whatever personally you would like to imprint, it's a good time to do that now. And allowing your super consciousness, your genius consciousness that we all have, to flow, to allow it to recode this moment for all of us with what we want. So we can be more in the flow of each moment. Okay. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure, such an honor to be able to work.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I will clear those for you tomorrow.
I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, I really appreciate you and everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.